Okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, guys, so I am coming on to tell you about the last 24 hours of my life and what epiphanies I came up with. But actually, today is Monday, so I guess I will tell you about the weekend too. If I can get my situation together. This is Travel Chat. I am wearing fake filter sunglasses. I am not traveling to work today. I am traveling downtown for an all-day meeting that I have. And so it's also a long straight drive because I'm in Texas and all we have are long straight freeways that connect us with long circular freeways in Houston. So I'm just driving on one of the long straight freeways right now for like 18 miles, which is gonna take an hour. So that's crazy if you can imagine that. Anyway, so the biggest epiphany that I have happened actually I have two huge epiphanies that happened between yesterday and today. Those are the ones I'll tell you about now. So the first one is that you guys know that I am all about visualization and vision boards and creating my own reality. I've been doing that for less than a year and have manifested a life that is completely different than the one I had before. Okay, so in the interest of continuing to make my life completely different, I have a new vision for my life. I should say for our life, because I'm rowing my own boat, but I have two little ones in the boat with me. So we know that next year, probably next year to the day, like exactly 1 year from right this moment, we will have a whole different life because my husband will be getting out of school, and in next March of 2020, we will find out where he's gonna match for residency and where we're gonna live. We talked about it this weekend because he was home, and we actually know for sure that we won't be living in our same house in the same city that we're living right now, because even if he stays in the same major metro area that we are now, we can't, that's too far of a commute. Like, he would be going the route that I'm going right now, so he can't be taking an hour to get to work. So even if he gets to be in Houston, we can't live in the suburb that we live in. Like, no matter what happens, there's a 100% chance that we're moving. So knowing this, I asked him, where are we moving? Where would you like to move to? And he wouldn't give me an answer, but he's not a deliberate creator. He actually doesn't understand or believe in it. And he told me that I was living in a fantasy land. So I'm like, whatever, dude. If you're not going to, pick where we're moving to or where you want, what you desire, if you can't even say it out loud, don't worry, I'll do it. That's what women are for, right? Behind every great man, there's a woman who's created his reality. So I can't remember what book I was listening to before where the lady was saying, like, who was it? I can't remember who that was, but anyway, they were talking about how, like, we don't, and it was recently, I re-listened to it. It may have been Denise Duffield Thomas who was saying, like, we don't say our wishes out loud, like, even if we're wishing before we blow out the candles on the birthday cake. It was Denise DT. And she told her mom, she said, oh, no, Mom, in our house, we say our dreams out loud. And that is how I feel, because right now it's me and my twins, but my husband is not there all the time, so he doesn't get the benefit of me. I mean, I tell him all the time, but he doesn't live in it like the kids live in it, where we say our dreams out loud all the time. We create our reality. We are deliberately creating our reality. We're figuring out what we want and we're going for it. So he's still in the mindset and was trying to convince me that he was correct, that he can't pick. It's almost like managing your expectations. Like, I don't want to say because there's too many variables in between. And I was explaining to him the steps of creation, and that yes, you pick. The variables in between are not up to you. You just pick. You decide what it is that you want, and then you just let God and the universe and source energy figure out what the steps are in between. You leave your heart open. You act as if you make those conscious decisions, but you'll notice the doors that open. So if you want to live on the West Coast, you'll start noticing that you're meeting more people from the West Coast, more people with connections to people on the West Coast. If you want to live on the East Coast, same thing. So this is what I told him. So he didn't come up with any city, but I asked him where the best opportunities were. Where are the opportunities that he would find to be the most favorable? And he gave me a city. And right off the bat, y'all, immediately when he said the name of the city, I felt the peace, because I had been hearing about this city. We went there before. My parents have gone there before. We've had rave reviews from people that we know there, and the experience that we had there was amazing. We always said we wanted to go back, and it's awesome. And so as soon as he said the name of the city, I was like, well, that's where we're going. And he was like, you don't know that, you don't know this and that. I say,
Save 3 minutes via I-69 North.
It's not about knowing anything. It's all about desiring. So no, I don't know that's where we're going. I just know when you said the name of that city, I had peace, I had calm, and I felt like, yeah, I could do that. And it was something familiar. So that's what happened. So this is the thing. So this is what I want you to know, because I want to take you along on this journey with me. That's the whole purpose of this blog. And so in taking you along on a journey, I want to tell you what I did, so that later when you see that I moved to that particular city because he got that particular job, you'll be like, dang, how'd that happen? Let's go back to June of 2019 and see what the heck this girl did. The techniques I'm using to manifest our next location. And if you know how I feel about being at the beach or near the beach or something with the beach, and you also know how I feel about living in a place that's economic and living in a place where the politics are a little bit progressive, more progressive than not, and also having a walking culture. That's one thing that's like super important to me, is being able to walk around places, like living in a place where there's sidewalks and things like that. Oh, I like these. Wait. Yeah, these are my favorite. We live in Houston right now. Well, we live in a suburb of Houston right now, and you really cannot walk anywhere. Oh man, I changed my eyeglasses. Oh well. You can't walk anywhere because there's no sidewalks. This is just getting weird. Okay, let me focus. Anyway, there's no sidewalks and it's hot. So when it's not freezing cold, it's burning up hot. And, you know, I love it here for the economy and all that. But having a city that we can walk around in is important to me, and with the kids and all that stuff. So, you know, gratitude is the key to having everything that you want. So my manifestation techniques are being super grateful in my heart for everything that I have now. And the way that I do that is by appreciating it. I write down what I love about the place. And I think Esther Abraham Hicks, they call this the positive aspects notebook or something like that. I've had one of those for my job for a long time. So you make sure that you are super grateful. Snapping pictures. Make sure you're super grateful for the place where you are now. And you act as if you are already in the place where you want to be. I made a vision board yesterday for the new place, and I put on it, everything I was grateful for about it, as though I already live there. So on my vision board, it says like, we live in a walking city, and I put the temperature there. Yesterday, the temperature was 81 degrees, and so I put that on the vision board. It's 81 degrees, So all these things, we want the 4 seasons. We want an active marketplace kind of life, where we could go shopping or walking and all this kind of stuff. So those things are important to me. So I put those on the vision board. And then I asked the universe, all these things and more, whatever the universe sees fit, because you don't want to pinch yourself off. You don't want to say, hey, I only want to live in Houston and that's it. And this is why. Because the universe may have something better for you and you pinch yourself off from it. So you end up getting what you want, but is that the best thing that you could have had? No, it's not. You could have had something even better than that. So that's what I do. I make my vision board with all the positive aspects, and I say, hey, for the good of everyone involved, this is what I want. And also anything else that you see fit that might be even better for me, because God will know you more than you know yourself. Please don't feel like I'm cutting it off. Feel free to add in anything else you think would be awesome. So that's how I'm starting. And then my affirmations have gone on. So I have affirmations on my bathroom mirror. I'm a millionaire. I live in a beautiful beach house. Right now it says on the Gulf Coast, but it doesn't matter. Just a beautiful beach house. And what was the other one? I'm a brilliant course creator. I do big things quickly and easily. And then of course my 4 Lisa Nichols exercises. I have the sticky notes. I need to put new ones because they're getting all tattered and everything. They've been up there forever. But my 4 sticky notes with my exercises I learned from Lisa Nichols. So, yeah, guys, this is happening. So the other thing that happened yesterday is that one of my beautiful new friends, Janice, designed a logo for me and for my business, because she could see I was like really struggling. She's a graphic designer. She could see I was really struggling with my logo and trying to get it right, and just messing around with fonts and things like that. And she was giving me some tips and suggestions, and I kind of made an improvement to my logo. But she said, let me show you what I think would work for you. And initially, she made a video of herself designing it. And initially I was kind of like, okay, that's cute, but that's not me. Like, that's not the feel that I have for my company. That's not the idea that I have for my company. Because she kept going and kept going and kept going. And in the end, I was like, holy crap. Like, this is me. Like, it was like she knew me more than I did, almost, because wherein I want to make budgeting fun. I want to make personal development fun. Obviously, personal development is fun, but I wanted to make the process of it, the planning process of it, more fun, so that you can manifest faster because you're having fun. And so the idea that I had about it was steeped in my love of travel. And Bold World really to me was like old world, old world charm, old world planning. I was really excited about incorporating that feel of maps and travel and the globe, when in actuality, that's not what my company is about. If it's about having fun, becoming the better version of yourself, then my font shouldn't be an older font, which is what it had been. And it's funny because that was my intention, and she picked up on that, and she said, this font is very old and very like serious, and this font is very young and very playful. And so initially I was like, no, we don't want young and playful. Like, we want old and charming and feminine and timeless and classic. But then as she was talking through making a new logo, I was like, but wait, I personally should probably use old, like an old font, because I personally feel serious and old. Not old as a person, but like timeless and classic. So for my own Fran in Real Life logo, it should be more of what, you know, she was saying, like a serif font. But for my company, which I do want to feel more like light and breezy and happy and fun, I should use the sans serif font that she was talking about. So that gave me so much clarity, not just for Bold World Planners, but also for Fran in Real Life, because now I'm thinking what I was projecting onto Bold World Planners was actually me. That's my personality that I should have for my blog. And what she was saying about Bold World Planners is actually accurate for my brand. And she doesn't even have a budget diary. Like, she doesn't even know, like, for sure. But all she knows is what I say, what I see, what she sees, what my videos and things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, the girl is talented. I'm going to link her somewhere. Some kind of way I'm going to have to link her because, oh, I know. I'll put a picture of what she came up with and I'll link her Instagram, her Facebook, and all the good stuff because she is amazing. She has a YouTube channel. She teaches this stuff. And this video was so good. It was funny, and I learned some graphic design terms from it. But she's amazing. So I'm going to take her advice. I don't know how I'm going to repay her. I'm going to take her advice. I'm going to change my logo today. And probably change my Fran in Real Life logo too, because now I see what it is I like about that older font and what I need to be doing. So that is that. So those are my two big things that have happened in the last 24 hours. I have a new vision board, dream destination, and I have a new logo for my company, which is going to take me from being like somebody's garage band to being like The Gap, because that font was clean. That logo was crisp. And it just really summed the whole thing up. So that's going to be the big to-do. Where am I now in here? Is this Greece? Where is this? Oh, my glasses. I love these glasses because I don't know where this, if you guys know where this is, tell me. It's kind of cool. I don't know where this is. Anyway, so I will talk to you later. I'm going to paste the two lives together that didn't, you know, I went downtown and I totally lost connection. So I'm going to paste those two together and put it on Facebook, put it on the blog, put it because I put everything everywhere. And TTYL.